All right. Where are you? Probably trying to find the camera switch, right? Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. That never fails, Mike.
I know. So how was your week?
Well, we can get into it.
Yeah, that's
I
great. I
first
got
want to
some
ask.
stuff we need to deal with first. Hang on.
Okay, let's
I
get
need
into
to
business.
do the business here. All right. First of all,
Take care of business.
I've gotten a bunch of junk emails, right? Grow your audience, your presence on social media.
All
We can
those
make you a
things. Yeah.
website, all that. Okay, all right.
Marketing bots. Marketing bots.
Yeah, whatever. And then I got an email from a real person.
Mike, it's your tone all the
I
time.
know, I know.
You-
It's just,
okay. Yeah, let's just
let's
get
just
with
deal
it.
with it. All right, we're gonna deal with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It says, "Hey guys, it's Gons. Do you remember Gons?
There are a couple of Gons.
There's like
Gonzo, Gonzalez.
there's a bunch of Gonzes I did time with, but I know this guy. All right,
Oh, we were talking about nicknames. A couple of
we're
podcasts.
yes, but we're doing the business now. We're doing the business
Okay,
part. All
okay.
right. Love the show, but I got some questions. Number one, how come Richard doesn't mention anything about being a podcaster on his YouTube channel? He's got all the crypto stuff and funky hashtags, but nothing about the podcast. What's up with that?
Hmm. Am I supposed to answer right now?
Yeah, you got an answer?
Yeah, nothing's up with it. We do what we want.
Yeah, but
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Uh, yeah. In fact, somebody approached me the other day in the club. You know, I'm always in the club. And some guy that I know, he's been following me because he's made a couple of comments. He goes, "Man, I had no idea you're a YouTuber. You're doing great, Rich." So I guess we, got to put it out there more.
okay, how come there's no mention of it on your YouTube channel?
That's the place you find it, I guess. Yeah, what's the caliber of these people that are sending in emails?
Same caliber as you and me, same caliber, same type. So I mean, Gons was a pretty good guy. Had a couple of issues that had to get ironed out, but after that, he was fine. Okay, so you have no answer to this. Basically, it's going to be all crypto movie, no podcast. That's what it says
No.
in the description. I looked at it.
Well, the thing is, we're not talking about all crypto, and
No,
eventually we're going to have to
no, we
because
don't.
I want the world to recognize that I'm a key player in this Bitcoin thing, and I'm
All right,
pretty much an expert.
all right,
So,
key player. Put something about the podcast on there. Number
okay.
two, where's the merch? No t-shirts or cozies or stuff. You need merch. I can get it for you cheap if you want. Just let me know.
Is this Shawshank Redemption, and he's red? He can get anything we need.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm saying is he wants to know where the merch is. I'm presuming he's talking about like says t-shirts, and I don't know what a cozy is. What is a cozy? Do you know?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably somebody will make a comment. We'll see. Although we don't get any comments either, which is crazy. But all right.
Yeah.
This one's for
We got to
Mike.
encourage conflict.
Yeah, yeah. Encourage comments. This one's for Mike. Do any of your friends know you're doing the show? If so, what do they think? Quick and
I think
easy.
we talked about that you don't have many friends.
And quick and
And
easy, the answer is no.
right.
Okay, love you guys. Be safe. Peace out.
Hmm. Okay, interesting.
What does peace out? Where did that come from?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you just see people say
Peace
it.
out.
All right, well, whatever. Okay, so that's taken
It
care of.
starts out as an antagonistic. You put one finger up first, and then
Dude,
the other one
don't
follows.
do that.
Dude, you're asking where it comes from, and it comes from a hip hop song.
Oh, it
I
does?
put the middle finger up first, and then the other finger follows. That's a rap. And he goes, "Peace out." In other words, he's not tripping over the love loss of his a breakup, a girlfriend.
Okay.
So I wish you peace, but first you're gonna get the first finger that, and then the second one follows.
We're grown men. I don't think we need to use the word tripping.
Yeah, well,
Well,
And
grown. Okay.
I come
I
from the
just,
streets
yeah, okay.
and,
All right.
15 years of
Yeah.
prison lingo, kind of hard to wash away.
No, it's not.
But I like that our mindset is very powerful. We can always adapt to that situation. In fact, you bring me to a conversation you and I had at the chapel at Taft that you admired the way I can, like a chameleon, lizard, a chameleon, um, that I was able to adapt from street to boardroom in a second. You kind of like wish that you had that persona, and you do. So you got some street cred, but unfortunately, it took you 17 years to get there.
Well, yeah, I can tell you a story about that. I was working for a college in Oakland, California, right? Inner city,
When you
Oakland.
got out,
Yeah, it was one of my first jobs after I almost went crazy on a guy working construction. I mean, I got my first job was like doing construction. It was not. Ooh.
I thought they had you flipping burgers first, and
Okay,
then you moved
second,
on to construction.
second job, maybe second job. No, third. It was actually the third job, and I don't want to talk about the first two, but this one was, at a college, and so they were having this inner city group meet, gangs and stuff like that with pastors and law enforcement officials, all this kind of thing, right? Well, in that job, I had to wear a tie and a jacket type of thing, right? I had to do that because it was an administrator and a professor. So they asked me to attend. All right. And just to attend, be a speaker, that sort of thing. All right. And so I go in, I've got the suit and tie on. I drove in a big black car at the time I was driving. And I walk in, and somebody said, I didn't know they were going to let the feds in. They mistook me for a federal agent.
Oh,
And so when I went up there and sat down, I sat down between the gang members because they knew me, right? They knew me.
right, exactly.
And they were laughing. They thought it was so funny and stuff like that. And then because
Sounds like one of those Rorschach tests,
oh, it was
which does not fit.
yeah. Where's Mike? Yeah. So it was like, yeah, I'm hidden between all my friends here. And so when I told them who I was and what I did and all that sort of thing, then suddenly there was some respect. Plus the guys that knew me, that helped also, But it was one of the most surreal moments of my life. A federal inmate, former federal inmate, being mistaken for a federal agent. And I went home, told my wife about it. She busted out laughing. She thought that was one of the funniest. I said, yeah, okay, thanks very much. But it was kind of rugged. All right. But enough about me. Let's move on.
I wanted to make one more funny point about the prison
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
About ties, wearing ties.
Yeah.
I love wearing ties. I always did. But I remember I met on accident. I met Andrew Lee, who was from the did a movie about him and his Christopher Boyd, who was at the USP. It was called Falcon and the Snowman, and Sean Penn played his character, and Timothy Hutton was the other actor in this movie. But anyways, Andrew Lee, uh, I met him at Lompoc. He was there with us, and we got into this thing about wearing ties. He goes, "Oh man, nothing ever goes around my neck." He had to, you kind of remind me of that. That no, ties are not me, definitely not. But yeah, that was my Andrew Lee moment.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing. I
Yeah,
remember the
yeah.
guards that had ties on all the time because they were federal guards. Remember the ties they had to
Yeah,
wear?
yeah. The red tie, the burgundy
But they were
maroon
they
tie.
were clipped on,
Yes.
so you couldn't strangle them with it, right? If you pulled at it, it would just pull off, type of thing. That
Oh,
was
you remember you pointed out to me, I think we're at Taft, um, about the way the warden and the executive staff would dress. They all wore what type of pants? Let's see if you can
jeans,
follow.
jeans.
No. Slacks, suits, but they were all high waters.
Yeah, they were all high water. But the counts,
And you
everybody
told
else
me there
wore.
was a reason for it.
Yeah,
There was a reason why they wore short, high-watered pants above the ankle. It's so that they can run and not trip.
because there's a lot more
Thought
of
that was
us than there were
interesting.
of them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So they didn't have to be the fastest person, just not the slowest person if they were getting chased. That's what it's like the old thing with a bear in the woods. If you're out there hunting with somebody, you don't have to be the fastest hunter if the bear charges just not the slowest, because he's going to catch that one. All right, so now we can move on. How's your week been? What have you been up to? What's going on?
You just reminded me.
Well, come
Well,
on, come on.
I was on, I always go to the movies, right? And I had been hanging out with a friend, so dropped her off late at night and decided to go see Gran Turismo, the premiere of it on a Thursday night at roughly 10:45, which is showtime. I'm on my way to the theater in my home area of Orange County. Um, so I'm I, I guess I have to say I was in a hurry,
You're speeding.
and I was in a hurry. Okay.
All right.
Uh, you know, I'm a driver, so I know how to get around all that. But what happened was I came up on a slow moving vehicle, just cruising, you know. So I passed it up. I said, "Oh crap, that's a cop." The Tustin Police Department. I go, "Okay, whatever. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm in the right." So they're going slow. I'm going fast at a faster pace than they are because I'm in a hurry to get to my dang movie. So, um, and my arrival time is right when the movie starts. The GPS is telling me that I'm going to get there 2 minutes after showtime, which allows me 15 minutes of previews, right? So I'm on time. So after passing this cop car up, I'm just driving. I notice another car, and I don't think anything of it because I'm on my way to my movie theater. Got to make a left turn. All of a sudden, I see the cop come over from way over on the right side near the curb. I'm in a left turn lane. You're talking about 3 lanes. Just coming over towards me and got right behind me. I'll go, oh shit, it's showtime. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get pulled over. You
Yeah.
just know it.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, when they do stupid moves like that.
Oh, okay. All
It,
right. Let's go back for a second. When you're speeding, you blow the doors off a cop's car, and now you're saying that they pulled a boneheaded stunt. That kind of, come on. I mean, that's you know,
Mike.
and you don't
It
have the
was real
badge.
casual. It was casual. You know,
Yeah.
I got zero infractions on my driving record. That's why I got the job that I have now. Perfect driving record. It tripped me out after, years of prison and doing, all kinds of stuff. I get out, never see the inside of a jail cell again, ever. Don't get any tickets. I had a clean driving record. And when I did my DMV printout, DMV Department of Motor Vehicles, for those that are nationwide listening to us, um, I had to get a 10-year history printout just so I can get the job I have now.
No problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
zero.
Yeah.
Mike,
Zero.
the mindset, I wasn't prepared for it.
Yeah. No, that's
That I'm a
good.
do-gooder
No,
citizen.
you're doing great. Let's get back to the story though.
Okay, so they come over right behind me. As soon as the left turn arrow turned green from red, as soon as I make my turn,
They got you.
the flat everything lights up behind me. I'm like, man, yeah, I knew it was gonna happen, but like, does that have to happen now? I'm on my way to my movie. I already got paid for my ticket. Pulls me over, and I'm already bent out of shape because again, I have a driving job. And what I do is I drive the executive looking SUVs, the black Escalade cars that are the new limousines for today.
Do they have spinners on the thing?
No, this is very presidential and diplomatic looking
I,
vehicles. Okay.
I would love to see the president driving around with spinners on his vehicle. I think it'd be great.
That's
All right,
good,
so
Mike.
no
That's
no
good.
spinners. We got that. All right, so go ahead.
Okay, so anyways, I get pulled over and the reason why I've had a week before that and the week before that of nothing but getting harassed by the airport cops, which are traffic cops from Los Angeles Police Department, but they're just traffic division. And they're always messing with us. I'm there to do a professional job. I'm in there on a reservation, and they're constantly trying to say, can't stop, can't park, don't wait. So I had a run in with one or two of them already. Stop harassing me, blah, blah, blah. So this real police officer, female, okay, real nice looking guy, manly type, female looking officer. Um, she walked up to the car. I'm already, I'm Hispanic, Mike.
Really?
What do you think yeah, oh,
Really?
oh yeah. No, no, no. And I know that they know that.
I wouldn't have known
Right?
that. All right. Go
Oh
ahead.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
write
no,
that
no, no.
down. All right.
So I gotta have my hands on the steering wheel, make sure that their life isn't in jeopardy, because they pulled somebody over, not knowing who they are. But I'm already prepared for the racial profiling because there was no damn reason for them to pull me
All right.
over other than me
Language,
passing.
language, Richard, language. We're gonna settle. Take a deep breath.
You're so worried about your friends
They are
watching.
doing their job, and you were already upset, having already had a run-in with a couple of what were they, mall cops? No, airport cops. So
Yeah, same
you're
difference.
upset about that. All right, so understood. And now you have to put your hands up there because you're Hispanic and all right, so go ahead, got you.
Yeah, just got to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
look, I live
anyways,
in
I know
Texas.
what to do.
I live in Texas. They presume you've got a gun if they're gonna pull you over. All right, so
Oh
you
yeah,
it's
because
just and it's no big deal. All right, but go ahead. So
you're
that's new to me.
carry state. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, anyways, I right away I just go into this pent up mindset because of constant harassment during my driving job with dealing with these fake cops. That I I I don't know what happened. Something came over me. I just went ballistic. I asked, "Why are you pulling me over?" Uh, and she told me, "Because you have no registration." I go, "You obviously ran my plates, so uh, I've already paid for the registration." For some reason, during COVID, the state of California has some excuse with their DMV that tags and stuff are slow getting out. So I don't have my sticker, but if you run my information in the system like they always do when they get behind you, um, it comes back paid for. I just don't have the sticker. It's paid for. It cost me almost $500 to register a car.
Okay, so this
So,
nice lady has come up to your car. You've got your hands on the steering wheel, and what happens?
well, I'm talking to her with my hands on the steering wheel, and I asked her why did you pull me over?
Right.
What is your probable cause? She goes, because you don't have registration. Your car's not registered. I said, it is. If you ran my plates, blah, 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 you'll see that it pops up paid for. Uh, she goes, well, then let me have your driver's license. And then she tried to nail me because I moved a year and a half ago. Is this where you live? I go, no. I go, here's the supplemental, the address change card right there. Put everything together, I'm not doing anything wrong. So she was surprised even that. Uh, so she comes right back. She goes to the car. She's running everything. She comes back with another female cop. Two cop cars now are behind me. Then she ended up with three cop cars for this incident of not dealing with registration. So
Well,
anyway,
it's a serious offense. It's a serious offense.
well, she was taking it as a serious
It
offense.
is.
So
If
what
you've
what
got three
happened was
cars showing up, it
she
must be a
didn't
serious
like my
offense.
tone
Oh,
because again, pent up frustration dealing
right,
with these other traffic cops. I'm like, what is your reason for pulling me over?
right, right.
And kept saying because you don't have registration. This car is not registered. So uh, after she went to the car, she comes back. She goes, "I'm gonna have you ask you to step out of your car." I go, for what? Why are you detaining me now? If you're telling me, just give me a ticket. My movie theater is just 200 yards away. That's how close they pulled me. Just before I can turn in the driveway to the parking lot, I got pulled over. So, um, I said, no, I fail to see what your grounds are for having me even step out of the car. You're detaining me, you're seizing upon me, and I want to know what your probable cause is. And she, I don't know, she got frustrated because I was standing my ground. She grabbed me. Remember, my hands are on the steering wheel. So she grabs. my arm somewhere and yanks me out of the damn car. She starts manhandling me. And then she tries to stand me up. I'm facing her. She just faced the car. And for some reason, I'm like just tripping, that this is happening. Uh, Meanwhile, she pulls me, she's trying to spin me around. I pull into her, I step on her foot. That pisses her off
Oh, yeah.
because I lost my balance,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm thinking, great, she's going to try to get me on DUI too, which I wasn't.
No.
It's just I have some neuropathy issues.
Just a
So
point of clarification. Where were you last at before you were going to the movies?
Mike.
No, I want to make sure I'm clear. Didn't you say you were at a club?
No, 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 no. I had dinner that night. I had dinner.
All right, all right. So
So, anyways,
obviously you're not
again, I'm
drunk.
going to do a late showing of a movie.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, uh, then she spins me around, throws me against the car on the driver's side with the door open still. And then she says, now I need you to, I said, why are you detaining me? I'm not detaining you. Okay. Well, why are you seizing? This isn't just a traffic stop. She goes, just walk over to the end of your car. And so I do, to the trunk, the rear end. And she says, put your hands up on the trunk. And then, oh, wait. Before then, she's already got me almost cuffed up. I thought she was going to slap cuffs on me. When she had me yank me out of the car, she spun me around and grabbed my two wrists together to throw handcuffs on. And I kept asking her, why are you doing this? What is leading you to do this? I said, I know my rights. And I told her, um, there's this thing about me that I now that I know what time of day it is, and we've done this a stretch of time, it's kind of like the cops have a job and you're just the inmate, right? So just force of business, right? You don't fault any. It's not a cowboys and Indians type of thing, or good guys, bad guys. It's not that. So, but I'm tired of seeing cops pull over guys that look like lowriders, surfer punks, whatever, don't know their rights. And every time I drive by, you always see them sitting on a sidewalk, cuffed up already while they search their car. It's just pure harassment. And the guys, I'm sure don't know their rights like you and I do. So this is what happens. And so I let the officer know right away. I go, look, I'm not your average uh, person here. I did time and I did federal time. She goes, oh yeah. And I said, because of that, I've been pulled over before when I got out early. We can't find my name in the system because we're with the US Department of Justice, and the regular police don't pay a subscription to run those kind of background checks. Okay.
Well,
So,
before you make that blanket assertion, that's not always true, and I can stand as witness for that. So I'll tell you more
okay,
about
well,
that
we'll
later.
say
But
certain areas,
there, yeah, in Tustin,
certain areas,
in
right, in
Tustin, they're
Tustin.
not springing for the $9.99 a month.
But I'm already putting her
Subscription.
on notice. I did time. I know my rights, and you can't mess with me so easily like you do these other younger punks. I said, um,
I'm
there was
sorry.
a reason. Anyways,
No, I
I had
can't.
to
I'm
tell
sorry
her,
to be laughing. I'm picturing this in my head. First of all, how the clarification? How big was this female officer? Was she tall, like 5'8", 5'10"?
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
bigger,
Okay.
burly looking
You think she was six
woman.
foot tall?
She had to be 5'11".
Okay. So she's taller than you or about the
Oh
same?
yeah, and been wider than me,
Well,
bigger than me.
we're not going there, but taller. And so, all right. That makes me feel better because if there was a 5'2" person spinning you around like that, we would have to have some talk. We have to talk about that. But as long as they're bigger, okay, go ahead. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Well, her partner was there
No,
in
no,
a
that's fine.
separate
No, that's
cop
fine.
car,
That's fine.
observing.
Sure, no.
So it got to the point, like I said, I got my hands on the trunk of the car, and the standard. Do you have anything in your pocket? I said, again, you got to tell me why you're pretty much arresting me. Again, I know the moves, I know what you're doing, and I want to know what your probable cause is. She just said this car's got no registration. I go bullshit.
Oh,
So
language. Come on.
yeah, no, I was going
You were
the
upset. You
Mike.
were upset. You were
Yeah,
swearing.
upset, and I let her know I was upset
Okay.
because I was in the right to not have been manhandled and accosted the way it was going down.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to control the situation without fearing for my life.
By swearing at the officer.
Well,
All
I
right.
don't
Go
know.
ahead. No, continue. All
I
right.
was
So she's,
pissed. I was
so,
pissed.
I hear you. I understand. So your palms are now on the trunk of the car and you're wanting to know why they want to know if there's anything in your
Yeah, why are
pockets
they doing this to me?
and pockets and all that. Right. Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, then they said, sit down on this curb. Just like I told you that they do with all the gangbanger issue looking guys and Mexicans. They all sit us on the damn curb and make people are passing by now going to the theater thinking something's going down. This guy's a bad guy. Again, clean driving record. So that's why I knew I was in the right. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't have a moving violation. So, anyways, at the end of it all, she ends up giving me a ticket. It took me 2 days to read the citation. I didn't read it right away. I just put it in my car because remember, I got to go to my movie. Already started. Had me almost miss my movie. I was in half hour late
Okay.
into
Hold
my
on.
movie.
Let's go. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. You've given a detailed description of how this interaction occurred. How did it finish? When did this police officer decide I'm going to let him go with the ticket? When did that occur? How did that transpire?
That took about, like I said, 20 minutes of me sitting on the
How did it
curb.
end though?
Well, she gave me a ticket, but that's all she can do. And then meanwhile, I was talking to her partner, smaller than her, cute. But anyways, talking to her,
All right.
and I calmed down by then, and I apologized. I said also, I'm frustrated. I have a lot of stuff going on. My movie's just right there. Then a third cop car comes up, and it's a guy. And for some reason, he looked like he was dressed different than them. But anyways, uh, he comes up, uh, and he's pretty cool. Doesn't say anything. Says, "How you doing, sir?" Blah blah blah. So all they're doing is trying to calm me down, keep me calm. And I said, "Do I have to sit like this on the curb? Well, as long as you don't promise to run away." Go, run away from what? Oh, oh, Mike.
Here we go. All
Yeah.
right. Here we go. Yeah. All right.
Okay, here it is. Here it is.
All right.
This sent me to another level. As you know, I fought my case based on a warrantless search. Took it all the way to the Supreme Court, United States. The cop that pulled me over, she comes back after running my name and all that, and they're talking to me. And she goes, "Do I have your permission to search your car?" I go, "Oh, hell no." I said, "I told you, I know my rights, and I am not gonna go down like this again. I am not gonna, no, you do not have permission to search my car." And I mean it. I said, if you want to take a look, get a warrant. See, I know these things. This is what I should have did in the beginning 30 years ago, Mike. Warrantless search. There's no
No,
search warrant.
I agree.
And you know what that means is they got to go to court and have a judge sign off. They have to have probable cause, or in order for that be granted a search warrant. So what they're supposed to do is detain me, put me under arrest, and wait for that warrant to come in. So she didn't do that. But I'll tell you what, she opened my car door anyway. She walked around to the passenger door. Remember, my driver's side door is already open. She had a chance to look. She asked me to search my car. I said no. And then while I'm sitting on the curb with my hands behind my back, but no handcuffs, I'm telling her partner, "I hope you have body cam. Do you have this on body cam?" Yes, I do. I said, "Okay, great. I am, let it be known I'm just looking at her, looking at the body cam. I am not granting permission to search my car. I am not. Tell your partner that right now. So all this is being recorded. I escalated a little bit more, like the way I'm talking now. I said, no way. Nope. I know my rights here and you're not. So she basically opened the passenger car door anyways. I said, what are you doing? I said, tell your partner I did not give her consent. She has no right to search my car. And the officer that opened the door, the passenger door, says, I'm just taking a look. I said, you're violating my Fourth Amendment rights right now. I didn't give you permission. I'm just taking a look. So she sticks her head in to look in the car. She does it anyways. So I got them dead to right. I got them assaulting me on camera, and now they're about to tear my car inside out for no reason. She goes, "Do you have any drugs?" I'm just looking. I said, "Lady, I don't have a record other than what I told you." I said, "I told you the truth about me, so that you wouldn't think I'm bullshitting you and all this stuff. I just want my ticket and go to my movie." That's all I was trying to do is get my ticket, 5, 10 minutes, not a half-hour detention. And so she ended up after taking a look in my car illegally against the Fourth Amendment. She goes and she's in the car for a while, and then she says, "Stand up," from the sidewalk, and then she gives me tickets. She goes, "I'm giving you a citation, and they're fix-it tickets. All you have to do is show up in court." I'll go, "Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll fight this ticket." And she goes, "And by the way, you have 2 warrants out for your arrest, but I'm not going to take you in." Another lie. Another lie. I had issues, but they were all dismissed. And she goes, one of them is for
Whoa, let's not talk. No, no, let's not go into any.
well, but let me tell you the stupid one, why she's lying to me. She goes, "You're driving without a license." I go, "I just told you I had a perfect driving record. I got a driving job. How is that possible?" She goes, "Well, it's a warrant and you need to take care of it." I go, "Man, that was more than 10 years ago." "Well, warrants don't expire." I go, "Statute of limitations prevents, things just drop off like bad credit, if you got nothing for 7 years, boom, it just disappears, right?" So anyway, she tells me, "I'm not taking you in. I'm going to let you go with this ticket." But I'm trying to get to the point now with the ticket, and I go on my merry way. She lied to me. The charge that I got was no proof of registration. How are you gonna determine and assess that I didn't have proof of registration if you didn't first pull me over without probable cause?
Okay, how was the movie?
It was great. It was Gran Turismo. It was
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Did
Yeah.
you miss the first part or anything like that?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck. I missed a half hour of it. So now I have to.
You got such a potty mouth today. My gosh.
Ah, no, I said F. So, anyways,
All
there we
right.
go.
All right, good. Well, fine.
All right.
I can tell you driving
Enough
school.
time on that one.
Yeah, no, that's great. Fascinating. I mean, it really was pretty interesting to see that, and also to because I know you, and I know that's exactly what you did. I know it's exactly what you did. There's no lie. There's no obfusc. I know you. That's exactly what you did. Now, I have a similar story, which takes much less time to tell. I was working for a college in Oakland while I was living here in Texas. I had to fly back and forth to California once or twice a month. It just depended on what was going on, right? But I would go back and forth, take care of business there, and then come back. So I'm coming back, got a late flight, land late. I go to get my Jeep, I turn up, and one of the tires is low as I'm driving down the freeway, right? So like, okay, I'm gonna pull. It's like 12:30 at night.
Is
12.
that what you're doing?
No, 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 no. It wasn't. It was just an alert.
12:30 at night,
One
a
of those
little
alert.
swerving.
One of those alert things. No, it's just off a
Oh,
plate.
okay.
It's just
I
off a
thought
plate.
I thought the low balance tire was
No,
having you drive
no, no,
off
no, no, no,
balance.
no, 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 nothing like that.
Okay, so what happened?
So I pull into one of these gas station mini mart things they have here in Texas, Stripes, or I don't know what they call them. And they have the little machines, the air machines and stuff that you can air, water, whatever. And so when I'm pulling in, I notice there's 3 cop cars there. And I'm thinking I need to go somewhere else. And I thought, no, because if I pull out after, that's not going to be brilliant. That's gonna. So I just,
Oh man, a criminal mindset, right?
Well, I know.
Just these
I
radars that go off.
yeah, I did give a glance and saw they were eating and drinking, so obviously they were taking their break together, or whatever they do, right?
Yeah.
Shaking down the gas station. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't matter. So I'm go over to the machine and slide my credit
Mind
card,
your own business. Do
credit
your
card
stuff.
in.
Yeah.
I come over and my back, unfortunately, is to them, right?
Oh, okay.
Tire that I was filling up is to the back of the where they're standing.
Mike, you left yourself in a vulnerable position
No,
here.
these are cops. What are they going to do? What are they going to do?
Okay.
All right. And
All
and
right. Good. So
understand.
you're back some.
And so for those who don't know me, I'm a big guy. I'm like 6'2",
6'3".
6'2", 6'3", it depends. And I weigh about 205, but I'm a big guy, right? Big guy. And I'm dressed in sweats, tennis shoes, and a t-shirt because that's how I fly. Right? That's comfortable. I'm not looking for anything. So I'm trying to get the gas thing or the hose back around for the air to put into the tire, and the shadow comes over me. And you can't feel shadows, right? But I felt the shadow. Right? And I'm thinking, just keep putting the air in the tire. And it says, "Hey, how you doing?" One of those, right?
Mm.
So I take the thing and I set it down. The machine's going all this time, right? And it's two of the cops, right? I said, "I'm just filling up my tire. I just got back, flew in." And he says, "Would you mind if I took a look at your driver's license, please?" No, no problem. No problem. Take the driver's license out, give it to him. He hands it to the other guy. He heads back. And this is how I know some places have NCIS type stuff, the National
Oh, okay.
Information,
Okay.
NCIS, whatever it is.
Yes.
It's he's talking, "Oh yeah, where you live?" And I'm telling him where I live. What do you do for a living? And I'm telling him, just chit chat, right? Chit chat. Not a big deal. I know there's nothing going to come back because it's going to be a state thing. There's nothing in the state about me because I've done these state stuff. Nothing. It's all fit. The guy comes back and says, "Hey, Sarge, can I see you for a second?" About this time, the other cop from the other cars coming over, and they start talking. And I have discovered in my lifetime that when there are three police officers talking and you're the only civilian there, they are likely talking about you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I hear this. Comes back. He says, "You got quite the little record here, Mr. Savage. That's a federal indictment." I'm thinking, this is a small town. How in the world are they paying for that to get that? But I'm just keeping my face straight. "No, yes, sir. That's all right. How long you been out?" And so I told him it's been a long time, right? "Wow. Wow. What do you say you do again?" So I start telling him what I do. I'm a professor and I'm an administrator and I teach. "Well, what do you teach?" I said, "I teach psychology and theology." "Oh, what do you teach in theology?" I said, "Well, pretty much all. I'm versed in most major religions, so I can lecture on do things like that." "What about psychology?" Here's where I told a small fabrication of the truth.
Embellishment.
I said, "I teach criminal profiling." "Oh, my kid wants to be a profiler," and goes into this story while he's handing me my driver's license back about his kid wanting to be a criminal profiler for the FBI. Now, yes, I can teach profiling, but profiling in psychology generally is not criminal profiling. It's about profiling families to see if people should, continue to be inserted. It's family profiling. The criminal profiling was the prevarication of that story. Handed me the thing, shook my hand, put his hand out to shake my hand, said, "You just keep doing that good work, son." And they all walked back. I got in my Jeep. I still hadn't filled up the tire completely. Drove all the way back to near to where I live, pulled over, filled it up there, and went home from there. So that was my way of handling my first encounter. And it's the only time that I've ever been pulled over since I got out. First time. Seriously, no tickets, none of that. I didn't have any tickets before because there's always somebody driving me someplace, right? I didn't have to worry about that. But the whole thing now is that's two different stories of two different ways to handle a similar situation. because if I'd gone off on the, what right do you have to detain me or ask me these questions? I did my time. If I had done that here in Texas, even though I'm not considered a minority here in Texas, things would not have gone well, because even big white guys are sometimes profiled as well as being a certain way. But I have no tattoos, I have no affiliations, and so there was no obvious anything other than just profiling. And three bored guys, probably saying, let's go see what that white supremacist dude's doing over there. It turns out I'm not a white supremacist. I'm a college professor that happened to have done a little bit of time in prison. Right. So that's my story about that.
Moving on with that to current events. You ready for it?
I guess.
Current event.
All right.
I'm
What
not
is
making this up.
Right.
Would you say you're 6'2", 6'3", 205?
Yeah.
You look pretty good. Well, apparently in current news, Trump's only 10 pounds heavier than you with your build, your height.
Hey, wears big suits.
How do you feel about that?
He must wear really big suits, or maybe
really big suits and packing maybe a couple of
really serious bulletproof vest or something like that. Man, I don't know. Did they take your word for your height and weight? They take your word for your height and weight?
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
They measured
I've lost
me.
a lot of weight though.
No, yeah, sure. But I mean, they had a scale there. Had to stand on the scale. They had the height chart, all that kind of stuff. They took it on their own. They didn't take my word for anything. That was.
Oh, you're talking about when you go in? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We have for some reason, I guess when you're influential, you get to fill out your own paperwork or have it filled out, and look like what you want to look like on camera.
I'm just
saying it's current news, Mike. You got the height.
Yeah.
And he's only 10 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah. Well,
10 pounds.
Well, there you go. Look, the last thing
I do. Okay, let's take it further then.
All right.
What if you were 10 pounds heavier right now? 215.
If I was?
Are you gonna look pudgy and big at 10 pounds more?
Not pudgy, no. Not pudgy.
Okay.
Not pudgy. I wouldn't.
You were a bigger guy when I first met you.
I was pretty close to
probably even bigger than that before your arrest, because
I was
jail and all that.
I was at 300 and when I went in, and when you probably 280.
Yeah,
and then it just dropped off after that. I mean, it's just one of those things, the IRS diet, right? You can put you in prison, you're gonna eat prison food. This is what's gonna happen. So, these things happen. Nothing you can do about
it. There was something that came up yesterday. I was talking to a family member. I'm not supposed to mention specifically siblings or anything like that, right? We don't want to out anybody. But again, we were talking about you, and she wanted to know more about you, and just stressing that, what's the mystery, with Mike, mystery Mike, MM. But anyways, shoot, there was a point in there.
Oh, good.
Oh well. Fleeting memory.
All right.
I have that a lot.
So moving on.
My point to her was that out of all the people I met along the way, you are the one I shared most of my time with, from Lompoc to Taft.
Mm-hmm.
Some, like, out of my 15-year sentence, I did 13 and a half. Good time, which wasn't much. But anyways, and that's why I cracked a joke in one of our teaser reels or first episode, that thank God I didn't lose any good time hanging out with you because of all the investigations and many times you went to the hole.
Yeah.
I never went to the hole. Never, ever. It was role model inmate, but for some reason they kept messing with you. But anyways, my point to my family member was that I knew you the longest, and here we are today.
Well, I'll tell you why they messed with me. I had violence on my jacket that was alleged, but not proven. It was more of a hearsay type of thing. And that they were always thinking, this guy's not who he says he is. He's not who he's acting. But there was violence on my jacket that was alleged.
Yeah, meaning you were never convicted of it, so therefore it's just on the record.
It wasn't even on the record. It was
somebody. But what I'm saying, if the cops come out, it gets documented. That's
No,
it.
all right. What was on it was an allegation from a former associate that I had once pistol whipped him, and the gun went off because I pistol whipped him because I forgot to take my finger out of the trigger. That's what he alleged.
That's that's
It's
that's
ridiculous.
hilarious.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
First of all, who's going to pistol whip somebody with their finger in the trigger? Come on.
Only an idiot.
That's not, yeah,
Only an
only
idiot.
an idiot.
Only
Yeah.
an idiot. So no, no. And they call
Thank
me
God you're
criminal.
not an idiot, Mike.
I'm a criminal mastermind. They said, "Come on,
Yeah.
what are you talking?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was some of the stuff. Another one that I went crazy one night after a business meeting and touched a guy up a little too hard and he had to go to the hospital. So that was alleged. Right now, how they do it? Informants, they're going to say this, say that. Did it happen to you? Yeah, it happened to me. So now it's firsthand, but they can't prove anything. So, and there was nothing to prove because I would never do anything like that. I'm
Of course
peaceful.
not. Oh, yeah. 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 Just
I
a
wouldn't.
big burly guy that would never, a teddy bear. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. So, yeah. So I don't. The reason I don't talk about that is because uh, there's no reason to. It doesn't come up when you're teaching class. Hey,
No.
teacher, you ever pissed? No, they don't
Mhm.
ever say that.
But guess
Dr.
what?
Savage, did you ever? No, come stop.
But guess what, Mike? We we have our own content. This is true crimes content, so we got to talk about this stuff here.
Yeah, even though there was no evidence and no
No,
charges,
no,
they can still
exactly.
put things in your record.
It's how people can get tripped up
Yeah, exactly.
just because people do things like that. I call putting a jacket on
Yeah,
somebody and it doesn't mean anything, but the jacket is worth more about, the hyping up things. But it's just unfortunate sometimes you can't you have to go through the process when somebody puts a label on you.
right. And the pre-sentence report and stuff like that in the
That's yeah.
the only thing it does, it can help you with credibility in prison or not, so in this case, totally unwarranted, unfounded. I would never do anything like that. um and there's no evidence, so there you go. No witness, no indictment.
Sticking with true crimes still.
Yeah, yeah.
And but current we're still on, believe it or not, we're still on this. How's my week been doing? Um Other than that, in news, um I have some positive stuff going on that kept me real busy, that I actually forgot about the police incident second day afterwards.
Okay.
I had a movie premiere I went to. I forgot that I was in the movie.
Oh,
I
you're in the movie.
actually acted in the movie. I had speaking lines that lasted a few minutes, interplay with the other actors at the table, and I'm the Bitcoin shot caller in this scene. So yeah, I forgot all about it. So I got notice, hey, we're throwing a red carpet event, premiere event, and we'd like to see you down here. So I went. Great. Turned out great. I got to meet all the cast that because this thing was filmed in like three sections of half-hour episodes and got turned into a 90-minute film.
There you go.
Uh Went on to win a bunch of film festival awards as an independent indie film. And we I remember it we posted that it won three Cannes Film Festival awards. Cannes Film Festival in France takes place once a year. But people were knocking the directors and producers saying, it says online. I was the one that called it to the attention last year when I told the director. I go, you know what? It just dawned on me. The movie went on to win three major awards for an indie film: best indie film, best director of an indie film, and best actress of an indie film. Three awards,
Yeah,
same
nice,
festival.
nice.
And I said, but people knock you because you won it online. I go, you know what? The fascinating thing, you won this during the height of COVID in 2021. There's a Hollywood saying, the show must go on. They didn't have any public events till this year, this past year. When the movie Elvis debuted there, that's when Cannes was open up again
Wow,
publicly.
wow.
So yes, we won three Cannes Film Festival Awards online because everything was shut down. You couldn't travel. So, I'm taking my accolades for this because it is what it is. So that then I was involved with another movie that's getting a major theatrical release on September 15th called
Well,
The
let's.
Outlaw Johnny Black.
Well, you're plugging that one. Can you plug the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
movie that you were in?
Well, yeah, it's premiere, but I think
The
we
name,
only
the name of the movie. What's the name of the movie?
oh, I'm sorry, it's called Crypto Heads. Crypto
Okay.
Heads. It sounds like Crypto Kings, but it's Crypto Heads. And it really has to do about the greed of Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, the money amount of money you can make. I had a lot of influence in this film that I told them, whether it's cryptocurrency or money, I said, you know what the message is? That the love of money is the root of all evil. Because they were saying they had a misquote on there on the movie poster from before, saying money is the root of all evil. I'll go, oh, that's a misquote. It's the love of money. So whether I said to me, the way I'm reading this, it's whether it's money, digital currency, anything at credit cards, it's the love of money. What are you willing to do for it? That's the evil.
Okay, great.
And boom, they were able to enhance the story and blah blah blah.
Oh, good. Okay, so we're running out of time. All right, so I just
Yes, yeah, yeah.
very quickly because I know I'm interested. Seriously, I was going to say for once, but that would be so condescending. So I'm kind of interested in how you got the part. How did you end up getting a part in a movie? If you're, how did you get that, or can you even talk about it?
Mike, would is your mic fluctuating there? You're saying stuff that
How
you're
did
not
you get a
saying.
part in a movie? Is what I want to know.
Well, somebody saw an ad that they took out in the local newspaper, Crypto Heads movie, blah blah blah, being filmed. So somebody contacted him, a friend of mine, Mr. Martinez, and next thing I know, I'm on the phone talking to him, and they invite me down. We told him we're in the Bitcoin, but it's a Bitcoin movie, and he looked me up, and what's his name, Todd Phillips, and invited me to sit in. Next thing I know, I meet Dan Gillen, the director, wonderful guy, very good director. I mean, won an award.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
um, that's how I got thrown into this movie, and that's it. But the thing is, fast forwarding, Mike, because of my interesting week, and I wanted to say that I'm having a how you like me now kind of moment with all the people that were hating on me. And again, I told you earlier on pre-show that I wanted to talk about more of the success that's going
Yeah.
my way.
Yeah.
Finally, after all these years, because people think I'm some type of shady guy that's always lying. And I figured out what it is about me. The other day, it just came to me. I'm a visionary. I see down the line where I want to go and I go for it. That's why I have this don't quit, give up mentality because I got a goal to accomplish. It's very real in my mind. And people, since I'm so quick-witted in my thinking, kind of advanced. I mean, I really don't want to be condescending on others, but because I'm somewhat a smart guy, which was always a misnomer for me, because people always told me we're a smart guy. Then why the hell did I end up here in prison if I was so smart? No. But anyways, um, that I talk about these things that I see down the road in advance, not in a clairvoyant way. I'm just saying a visionary, being creative, and then uh going through the process of making it happen. So um people when I talk about these things, I find out that I'm ahead of my time. I'm ahead of my time when I created the cryptocurrency or the tokens for the movie. Ahead of my time there because I did that 5 years ago. Um, the story, um, but anyways, just ahead of my time. And when I talk about these things that I see in the future for me and their goals that I seek to accomplish, there's where people think I'm lying. They call me a liar straight up. And that's why I use this snitch thing. Now, I'm not a snitch. I'm not a rat
Yeah.
because in the heat of the moment of looking at anywhere from 10 to 40 years, I did not roll. I did not cooperate. I didn't say anything. So to me, when you run my background, you find out that yes, I have a true crimes past, but to me, I take that as I'm the most trusted guy in the room because I've had other people that have been on board with me try to shut me down and tell me, don't talk about these things. But now that I look at it, Mike, I'm only talking about my own IP, intellectual property.
No.
Yet I've had people that think they know better than me. But you can't talk about this yet. So I had 5 million following a social media footprint at the time before people start shutting me down. Don't talk about this, Rich. Don't say this, because you people think you're lying, and then when they find out you have a background, you're not going to get the funding. None of those people are around today. None of them. They've all failed miserably. So I always started out at A level because of my associations with getting this movie done. And so I'm up there and I got some A-list projects that have fell into my lap literally this week because of the writers and actors strike.
Yeah.
So because they're union, found out that a friend of mine in Alabama is having stuff drop in his lap because Alabama is a right to work state. There's no unions there. All we need as an independent filmmaker, which I am, is a sign a waiver agreeing to the terms that the union wants, and we're on our merry way. So I got 2 film projects we're looking at in Alabama, and I got one here in California. Uh, Big heavyweight names is all I could say right now.
Good.
Huge.
Don't say any names. Don't say any
I
names.
can't because
Yeah.
that's part of the thing is that I don't roll, so easily. So
Right. No,
it's
and
not
look,
my project.
yeah.
That's why I can't say anything. So I know when to say something and I know when not to.
No, I
That's
get
my
it.
thing.
I get it.
But in the heat of the moment, I'm going to be the guy. My character tells me this. The principled person I am with integrity. You trust me with something. I get involved. I'm involved. I own it. I own up to it. My own actions, whatever. I'm going down with the ship. That you can bank on. Why? Because I have a record that reflects it. And that's why I take pride in that.
Okay, good. And look, I'm not quibbling with any of that. None whatsoever. I'm not quibbling at all. The thing that I'll say about people who put you down or put just in general, people that put other people down, they're afraid of them. And that's why they feel like they're a threat. So I got to bring them down. And usually what they're saying about that person is usually what's true about themselves. And so if they're the ones with the money, that's one thing. I get it. You got, if you want to make a deal, make a deal. But the thing that we have to remember, just as ex-cons and everything else, is people are going to talk, and you can either make it your strength, what they perceive as your weakness. You can either make it your strength, or you can knuckle under, acquiesce. And there's a few of us that just don't do that. You know what you're getting, and so that's it. But I mean, I'm interested to see how this all plays out, and we are out of time. We are out of time.
Yeah, yeah.
Last piece of business. I'm not cutting any more promos. All right. Because people, they don't watch it. They'll watch the show, but they don't watch the promos. So now I'm upset. Now I'm upset that they're not watching the promos. They're not leaving likes. There's even a dislike, the thumb down. Do that. You don't like it. That's good. You can do that. You're not going to, oh, Rich, somebody didn't like it. Let's take it down. So just a reaction. Let us know whether, suggestions, recommendations. You can always reach us at the Novaturients podcast at gmail.com. And who knows, maybe your email will be read on the air like Gonz's was today.
Yeah. Real quick on that,
Yeah.
Mike, I am getting a lot of positive feedback. People aren't leaving the comments or as likes as much, and I don't know why. They'd rather go through my Facebook and leave comments, send me an email through Facebook, Instagram, come up and tell me.
Good.
In fact, another family member, great guy, thought I was doing great. Another family member, a couple of them I've seen all the episodes now, and they get it. They get it. They like it. They want to know more. So I don't know when we're going to release this one, but people are eager to hear more stuff from us. But people, I need you to like and subscribe. So and leave comments or send an email so that Mike can read on there. but
it's not
uh,
guaranteed. I'm just not.
so Mike doesn't see all these comments that I do. I know you
Yeah,
guys know and love me, and I'm approachable, but I got a great co-host here, so please let him know what's going on. Please.
yeah. Okay,
Thank
good.
you.
All right, so that's it. You didn't ask me about my week. Yeah,
Mike, you know what? I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it, but
yeah.
look, look,
No, you didn't
I
ask me.
respect your feelings. No, no, no. Let me ask, and I'll let you take it from there. How was your week, Mike?
Crappy. All right,
And
crappy.
why? Why, Mike?
Because my favorite dog died on Sunday,
Right.
and he's
Cosmo.
been around for 16 years, which is, I guess, some sort of record for Newfoundland. And got him, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, 5 months after I got home. And so he's been with me through earthquakes, hurricanes, um, ups, downs, all that. There was a guy that did time with it. He's just come and hang around the cell. We call him the house cat. And this is a big 120-pound Newfoundland, right? And he was kind of the house cat. He kept things calm. He was very mellow. Never saw him growl at anybody unless they came near me. He was very protective of me, not of my wife, not of any of the house, no. But if like I go take him to the vet, I got to leave the room, or he's going to be trying to bite him, get him because protection. But he's gone, and it broke my heart, and it was just one of those really bad times. And then some weird stuff began happening around the house. Right, 2, 3 days
Yeah,
afterwards,
yeah.
2, 3 days afterwards, lights would start flickering on their own. Now, look, I'm into all that, and so I'm not freaked out. It was great. And then Alexa began turning lights on, turning lights off at random times, and doing other things that Alexa is she didn't hear me, hooked up to do. And so it's been this bumps. I swear I could hear him walking in the hallway, his tail thumping against a wall when he saw me, that sort of thing. So it's been uh, wonderfully bizarre. And like I say, I'm into all that. I don't limit what God did or what He created. I'm not limiting. He didn't tell us everything. Didn't have to. But the deal is, it was a crappy week until that kind of stuff began to happen, because um, I'm the one that had to make the decision that, okay, this is as far as he can go. And I didn't. It was not a comfortable feeling. It was a really bad. And so on that positive note, neither one of us has been arrested. One got a ticket. The other didn't get a ticket. I have revealed the horrible things that people have said about me that were patently untrue, that caused me to end up in the hole on several occasions. Richard has been in a movie, had the movie out. Do you get residual for that role?
I did it for nothing. I did it for the credibility, the accolades. And well, we're going to do a part two. And guess who's producing it? Me.
We'll see. All right.
Because I've grown so much and since
If I'm going
I
to be in
filmed
that
that.
movie, if I'm going to be in the movie, you're paying me. All right.
Of course.
Yeah.
The second will,
And
these
not in
things always
Bitcoin,
go
not in Bitcoin.
where you get a movie like El Mariachi, Rodriguez, or no, Robert Rodriguez film. Uh, Records are always recorded on a low budget, but the next album is always 1 million, 2 million more. So this was done on a shoestring budget, but I'm sure part two will be at least 1 million to 2 million, and I'm
Cool.
gonna help rein that in.
Cool.
So there's a
Cool.
part two, guys, coming.
We'll
And
see.
Crypto Kings is still coming out.
All right.
But we'll talk about that stuff on the next episode because
maybe,
we're close.
unless you get, when do you have to go to the court? Last question. Then we gotta go. When you go to court on your ticket?
Sometime in mid-October.
All right. Well, we're gonna
But
see.
I'm gonna subpoena the body cam, everything. I'm going full tilt on this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat the ticket.
I wonder though, if you did beat the ticket, do you think there's a list of people who have beaten tickets in the past that might be? Nah, it's just an idea. Just a
Nah.
nah. Okay, so
But
that's it. Okay,
yep.
take care. Try not to get arrested. We need a thing for
All
seeing.
right. Like and subscribe
Oh,
the
yes.
Novaturients podcast at gmail.com. I'm sure Mike will put all that stuff on the banner for you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.